It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Volunteers will kick it away to start us off. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers offense will get the first swing of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll throw it on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Hall. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the first down play. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Off the play fake. Still looking. A strike downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Luck. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. They're going to run it to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. They'll go to the air. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will take the field for the first time. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have locked down corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I am taking a calculated risk if I'm throwing towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other sideline. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin, who won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. The freshman able to get home with the sack. The Vols want to crank the tempo. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 20, inside the 10. Touchdown, Husker. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Hauls it in. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
Finds his big tight end. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first completion.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The completion short of the sticks, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy on the back end trying to cover all these.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for once.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Finds his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Huskers will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
Yeah, and welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was...
Oh, it's on the ground! High ball! Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Cornhuskers line it up with a 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw, using his legs to buy some time. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it. Get what you can get.
And he spreads sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quick because this team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down to possess.
It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders... turnover. Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He wants to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play, clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Tackled, but he has a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got...
Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Makes the grab on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man in the middle. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Moves around to clear up the vision. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They'll immediately call timeout. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today.
And the Huskers will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with this group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring.
Touchdown ball! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Troy is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 14 to South Alabama. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Devin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, shoot up yards, getting a big play down the field.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They want to run it left here. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. using the quick game. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Cornhuskers look to keep this drive humming. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. From the gun. Starting to feel a little pressure. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they take it in for 6 more points. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain when your defensive ends. You got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
They'll come to the line, 90 seconds to play here in the third. To the ground with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To give to the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back, getting the yardage.
He's looking to throw, trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Great players like this just do a good job of making you pay. And if you want to drop back and play coverage, that's fine. He can scramble around, buy time, beat you down the field. But if nothing's open, boom. I take it and easily get a first down, make a big play, just make it a headache for the defense.
There's just so much for this defense to think about right now. They've had strong side runs thrown at them. Now the counter. And they know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much off.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. This time on target. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Hand off from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying on your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be. Nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. Oh, it's loose. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
The play action fake. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds and a... job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? Great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. On the run, it's Montgomery. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. On second down, just keeps firing. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. Touchdown, Volunteers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It would be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Paula, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Better find the ear plugged. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Giving him his pads. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Can anyone catch him? He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the tailback. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Handoff to the single running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. and they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. USF looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Bulls. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Impressive, to say the least.
Comes out throwing on first down. Going to try to get it himself.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short, looking to take a shot. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
And back to the air on second down. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And the extra point was good. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The quarterback takes a knee. It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99.9% chance the college football playoff now is not a possibility anymore. That's okay. Let's worry about winning a game. Let's go back. Let's watch the film. Let's get back to being who we are so we can get this ship right.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.